Hello, this is Steve Kubby, and I'd like to welcome you to Kubby TV. And today we're going to talk about the new decision by the Third Circuit Court of Appeal that eviscerates a big part of our rights with Prop 215, but opens the door and shows the necessity of local ballot initiatives, just as we're doing here in Lake Tahoe. Now, this is a quote directly from their decision. Quote, "There is no right, and certainly no constitutional right, to cultivate medical marijuana." I don't know what planet these judges are from, but the planet that I live on, declaring that people don't have the right to grow a plant and that that's not protected by the Constitution is absurd. I mean, the Constitution specifically says in the Bill of Rights that any rights not specifically guaranteed to people but not prevented by the Constitution goes back to the people. We may not have enumerated, we did not enumerate all of the rights in the Constitution. That's what the Founding Fathers say in the 10th Amendment. Anyway, this court has just ruled that cities and other jurisdictions like counties in California have the right to ban all cultivation. That means you could wake up one day and find that your local city council or county board of supervisors have decided to pass an ordinance that forbids you from growing even one single marijuana plant, and if you do and they catch you, you're a criminal despite the laws that are on the books to protect medical marijuana patients and their right to cultivate. So it's a very serious decision, but on the other hand, it shows that cities and counties have the right to declare cultivation is not banned and is approved. And that's exactly what we're doing here in South Lake Tahoe. Now, the plot gets a little thicker because I got a call the other day from a group that is upset about all the parking meters that have been installed in South Lake Tahoe. So they put together their own initiative and submitted it to the city attorney. And the city attorney, quote unquote, rejected their initiative. So here is what the city attorney here in South Lake Tahoe actually said to these people that were exercising their legal right under the election code to put together a voter initiative and submit it and have a title and summary prepared by the city attorney. Here's what the city attorney said in return. And this is great, really, because it shows the kind of obstacles that you might encounter in your jurisdiction, and we'll show you how we're going to handle it. But first, let's see what the city attorney had to say. Quote, "The text as drafted impairs essential government functions, including but not limited to the power of taxation, the police power to control public streets and highways, fiscal management abilities, franchising authority, and the legislative power to provide for the health and safety of the community." I mean, imagine if the Attorney General of California had said any of these things when we put Prop 215 before him for title and summary. I mean, this is complete nonsense. But here's what I wrote back to the city manager, the city clerk, the city attorney, his two assistants, the members of the city council, and members of the local media. To the community, in the November 27th edition of the Lake Tahoe News, it was reported that the South Lake Tahoe city attorney, Tom Watson, has, quote, rejected, unquote, a voter initiative presented to him to provide a title and summary of the initiative as provided by law. I believe this is an outrageous and illegal effort by the city attorney to suppress the democratic process. The city attorney does not have the legal option of rejecting a voter initiative by the people. His objections can only be raised in a court challenge after the initiative passes. Instead, he has refused to perform his lawful duty, a direct and serious violation of the California Election Code, which states, Section 9203A, any person who is interested in any proposed measure shall file a copy of the proposed measure with the election official with a request that a ballot, title, and summary be prepared. The request shall be accompanied by the address of the person proposing the measure. The elections official shall immediately transmit a copy of the proposed measure to the city attorney. Within 15 days after the proposed measure is filed, the city attorney shall provide and return to the city elections official a ballot, title for, and a summary of the proposed measure. The ballot title may differ from any other title of the proposed measure and shall express in 500 words or less the purpose of the proposed measure. In providing the ballot title, the city attorney shall give a true and impartial statement of the purpose of the proposed measure, in such language that the ballot title shall neither be an argument nor be likely to create prejudice for or against the proposed measure. Now, violations of the state election code are a serious matter, and I plan to file a criminal complaint with the Secretary of State unless it is immediately corrected and that a title and summary is issued to the paid parking foes, Steve Kubby. Okay, so the word shall means mandatory. So the city, this is very clear here that this is a mandatory requirement. Will the city attorney also attempt to reject our initiative? Will the city attorney, now that he's seen what the law really is, cave and obey the law, uphold the law? What will the city attorney do? What will we do in response? Tune in and find out. This has been Steve Kubby for Kubby TV, Pot TV, Cannabis Culture, wishing you a great 420 day.
So heavy where I stand, the indecision builds within my twisted